Hey guys, welcome back to another Surveying with Robert. So today I'm going to show you guys how to connect up my iPhone to a TSC3. So I've got a TSC3 plugged in here. We're going to record the screen. I'm going to show you guys how to set it up on the ALDOT network, the Alabama DOT Cores network. I've got some customers over in Alabama that have requested this information, so I'm going to put it together for you guys. So first things first. Okay, so the first thing we want to do with your iPhone is go into settings, go to personal hotspot, okay? So in your personal hotspot, you're better off on the Wi-Fi password to set it up like alphanumeric, instead of alphanumeric like it normally comes, or maybe numeric or alpha, set it up numeric. Set up, like mine is set up 1 all the way out to 0, right? So it just seems like that works better. Maybe it's just me, but it seems like it connects better when I do it that way. So that's one of the first things you want to do. Now then, you're going to go into the data collector and you are going to look up here at the very top left-hand corner of the screen. There's a little button there. It is a Windows button. So on that Windows button, you're going to go in, you're going to go down to settings, you're going to go to connections, and you're going to go to wireless manager. Now then, under wireless manager, what you want to do is go down at the bottom, hit menu, go to Wi-Fi settings. Now what that's going to do is that's going to look for your phone. So under Wi-Fi settings, make sure it's turned on. Sometimes I may have to turn mine off, turn it back on a couple times for it to find my phone. As you can see on the data collector, it's found my phone. So once you've made this connection, let me back up. Once it has seen your phone, what you want to do is connect on there. You want to tap on there, go to next, and then you want to put the network key in, which in my case is 1 all the way out to 0, right? So you want to put that network key in so that your data collector knows it's your phone and all that other stuff, right? So once you've got that in there, you're going to hit next, finish. Okay, it says connecting, but mine's not going to connect right now because I have got a cable running to a laptop where I'm recording the screen of this thing, so it won't connect. If you look on the bottom of the screen here, it says connect. You can either use that button at the bottom of the screen that says connect, or if you hold down on the data collector, you'll notice it says connect up there at the top. So once you have an internet connection set up, what you want to do, we want to get out of here. So I'm going to get totally out and I'm going to go all the way to general survey. Let's see if I have my stylus. I do. So general survey is where you want to set your survey stuff up. So but what we want to do is we actually want to go to settings. So you want to find settings. And the first thing you'd want to do is your survey style. So let's set up our survey style. I'm going to say new down here at the bottom of the screen. I'm going to call it ALDOT for ALDOT. Accept. Accept. So there's only really 2 things you need to worry about in here. One of them is the rover options and the rover data link, which is your radio, right? So we're going to go into rover options. I'm going to hit edit. So you're going to see at the top, you're going to see it says survey type RTK, which is where you want to be at. And then you're going to see broadcast format, probably defaults to CMRX. You want to pull down on the CMRX, make it multi-station RTCM, which is like real-time correction method or something like that. It's what Alabama DOT uses for a correction format, and it's considered a mount point. So what you're going to do, you're going to change your receiver to whatever receiver you're using. R10, R12, R8. In my case, I'm using an R8S. So I'm going to take this R8S and I'm going to select it. So I'm going to go find the R8S. And it says R8S internal. Okay, antenna height. Typically on my Rover, I'm going to be running 2 meters always. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and put 2M, and I'm going to hit enter, and it's going to change it for me. If we go back and look, you'll see it changed it to 6.562, right? Next page, serial number, don't worry about it. Elevation mask is good. PDOT mask 6, that's where you want it. Look at your next page. I'm going to turn all these satellites on, and then I'm going to hit OK. I probably went through that a little fast for you. Different pages, page 1 of 2, 3 of 3. Go through each one of these pages, set them up the way I got it set up. So that's your Rover options, okay? Super important under broadcast format, multi-station RTCM. Can't tell you how many people called me up and said, hey, Robert, I can't connect. The reason you can't connect is because you're not using multi-station RTCM. So be sure to do that. Just works better, trust me. Okay, if I go to Rover Data Link, right now type it says radio, but what I want is an internet connection, okay? So under the internet connection, I'm gonna go GNSS contacts. I'm gonna hit that little arrow out to the right, and it's gonna prompt me for GNSS contacts. So now I wanna go to new. I'm gonna call it ALDOT for Alabama. My connection is gonna be Wi-Fi because I'm using my phone, right? So there is no NTRIP. NTRIP is like network transfer, internet protocol, something like that. Basically it's username and password. So you're going to uncheck that. So the only thing you should see now should be your IP address and your port. Now then, where do we find the IP address? Well, I just happen to have, I saved the IP address and the port on my phone, the connection settings. I'll try to put a link in the notes on the email. I keep saying email. The notes on the YouTube video, down at the bottom, I'll put a link to the website where this page is at so you guys can pull it up yourself, okay? So, why do I keep saying email? I don't know why I keep saying email. Anyways, body of the YouTube video. Yeah, okay. So, IP address, we're going to key that in. And it is 205. You're going to hit a period or a dot. 172.52.26. Okay, now then, if you looked at that document, there's different settings on here. What we're going to do is we're going to say the nearest, and we're going to use RTCM 3.0, yeah, RTCM 3 point whatever. When you use a like RTCM 3.12, whatever, you're going to get all the satellites. If you go back to like 2.3, it's going to only be like GPS only, okay? So, and I think that network is primarily just GPS and GLONASS. I don't know how many other constellations it's pulling. But this port that we're looking for is 10,005. Enter, store, accept. That's it. Prompt for GNSS contact. Nope, none of that stuff. So at this point, we're going to store that. Now then, we have a survey style called ALDOT. Okay, let's recap here real quick. You're going to go in, you're going to go, and you're going to set up your Wi-Fi for your phone. Make sure you have internet. You're going to go in survey styles. You can go to survey styles. You're going to create a new survey style called ALDOT. You're going to go to GNSS contacts, which there's another way to get to it through settings, but you're going to go through the GNSS contacts. You're going to hit that little arrow, and you're going to create a new one. You're going to call it ALDOT. You're going to use that IP address and that port, which again is 205.172.52.26, and your port number is going to be 10,005. They get you the Alabama nearest. It will connect to the nearest reference station to you. Okay, so we have all that done. Now what we need to do is we need to Bluetooth our receiver. So I'm going to go out of here. I'm going to hit escape. I'm going to go to connect, which let me back all the way up for you. If I go back out to Trimble Access and you look under settings, we go to connect. We go to Bluetooth. We go to configure. We're waiting for it to configure the Bluetooth. We're going to add a new device. It's looking, it's looking, it's looking. Okay, so it's found it. So if you look, 0281, that is the last 4 digits of the serial number on this receiver. So I'm going to select it and I'm going to say next. Passcode. If you're using a TSC3, a lot of times it's going to ask you for a passcode. Some of the newer firmware updates, I think maybe it stopped doing that, but I know in the older firmware it was. If a Trimble receiver asks you for a passcode, it's probably 4 zeros, okay? In this case with the TSC3, with Windows 6.5 mobile or whatever this is, you don't really need a passcode. So you don't have to put one in, just hit next. Okay, your Windows phone has connected with the R8S because this is phone software in these data collectors, right? Done. Hit OK. Now then, if I pull down under GNSS Rover, there's my receiver. I say accept. I go back. I hit my little Trimble button up there. I go to Trimble Access. I go to General Survey. You're going to see over here on the right-hand side up at the top, it's going to find the receiver here in a second. There it goes. Okay, a couple of quick things I want to tell you about. Navigating in Access is actually pretty simple. So you have to think of Access as like the big picture, and General Survey is where you're going to be working at, right? So if you go, there's 2 places how you can get to Trimble Access. One of them is upper left-hand corner. There's what I call the Trimble Rose. It's a little Trimble icon up there. And if you look on your keyboard, right there on the where the arrow keys are at, right at the top, there's a Trimble button. Either one of those 2 will get you to the main menu, right? Trimble Access. From there, you can go to Trimble Access, you can go to settings, you can go to different menus in there you can navigate around. If you hit that button again, you'll notice that General Survey is still open. So if I go to General Survey, there I am, okay? So, I wanted to show you how to set this up on a TSC3 because I know there's, I've got some people at the NRCS and some other people at the Nature Conservatory that are having to set up their equipment, and it's really difficult with this coronavirus thing going on. It's really difficult for me to get over there and us get together on this stuff, especially with these federal agencies. So I wanted to put this together for you so I could show you how to connect up your TSC3. So what I'm gonna do in the next video is going to be actually using it, but I'm gonna break out my TSC7. I'll load 2017.24 on there so the software looks the same. It'll just be a little bit bigger screen, but all the buttons will be the same so that I can show you guys how to get everything set up so you can actually start surveying, okay? So anyways, gosh, I hope this helps. I've been trying to put this video together all week long and it's just been one problem after another. So guys, like and subscribe. God bless, all that good stuff. And be sure you like and subscribe. I've got over 3,000 subscribers now, and I'm starting to be a good voice for us surveyors with Trimble. So you guys help me out, keep this thing going. So anyways, love you guys, take care. And I gotta get busy and work on another video. And I've got to go to Arkansas because I've got to train some guys up there. Oh, whole nother story. Anyways, love you guys. Take care, like, subscribe. See you guys in the next video. Appreciate you watching.